Let me ask you a question that might hit a little too close to home. Have you ever thought, if I disappear tomorrow, would anyone really notice? Not in a dramatic movie way, just a quiet thought that randomly pops up at night when your phone is silent and everyone else seems busy living their lives. Yeah, that thought. That's the fear of being forgotten. And here's the wild part. It's way more common than people admit. Even confident people, even successful people, even people with friends, family, and followers. Because this fear doesn't come from loneliness alone. It comes from something much deeper in the human brain. Let's talk about it. At its core, humans are social creatures. Thousands of years ago, being remembered by your group meant survival. If the tribe forgot you, ignored you, or pushed you out, you didn't just feel sad, you were in danger. So your brain learned something very early on. Being seen equals being safe. Fast forward to today, you're not hunting for food or fighting wild animals, but your brain still runs that same ancient program. That's why getting ignored can hurt more than getting criticized. That's why being left unseen feels worse than being told no. And that's why the idea of being forgotten quietly terrifies us. Your brain doesn't hear silence as peace. It hears silence as rejection. Now here's where it gets interesting. The fear of being forgotten isn't always about other people. Sometimes it's about meaning. We don't just want to exist, we want our existence to matter. Think about it. Why do people post online? Why do we share memories, photos, thoughts, opinions? It's not just attention, it's evidence. Evidence that we were here, that we lived, that we counted. Even small things prove this, like telling a story and hoping someone remembers it later, or feeling oddly happy when someone says, "I was just thinking about you." That moment hits because it answers a deep question inside us. Am I still part of someone's world? Now let's add a little humor because the brain is weird. You can have 10 people who care about you, but your mind will obsess over the one person who forgot your birthday. One compliment disappears instantly. One forgotten message lives rent-free in your head for weeks. Your brain is like, cool, 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 but why didn't that person remember me? That's negativity bias mixed with fear of social invisibility. Not because you're dramatic, but because your brain is wired to scan for threats to belonging. Here's another layer people don't talk about. Sometimes the fear of being forgotten is really the fear of being replaceable. We worry that if we disappear, life will just continue without missing a beat. Same routines, same jokes, same roles, just with someone else. That thought can feel unsettling. But here's the truth your brain doesn't tell you. Being replaceable in function does not mean being forgettable in impact. Someone else can do your job, but no one experiences the world exactly like you. No one remembers moments with your voice, your timing, your perspective. Your brain confuses usefulness with meaning, and that confusion fuels this fear. Now, let's talk about childhood, because everything starts there. As kids, attention equals love. If caregivers notice us, respond to us, remember us, we feel secure. If attention is inconsistent, unpredictable, or conditional, the brain learns a dangerous lesson. I need to stay visible to stay connected. That can turn into people-pleasing, over-explaining, over-posting, over-giving. Not because you want applause, but because you're trying to avoid disappearing emotionally. And here's the quiet twist. Sometimes the fear of being forgotten isn't about others forgetting you. It's about you forgetting yourself. When life becomes routine, when days blur together, when you stop doing things that feel personal and alive, in those moments, the fear shows up as a reminder, hey, don't disappear from your own life. Now, let's flip this fear into something healthier. The goal isn't to be unforgettable to everyone. That's impossible and exhausting. The real relief comes from realizing this: you don't need to be remembered constantly to matter permanently. People carry pieces of you without realizing it. A sentence you once said, a moment you showed up, a way you made them feel safe or understood. Those things don't announce themselves. They don't send notifications, but they stay. Your brain fears being forgotten because it wants reassurance, not fame, not legacy, just connection. And the more you build moments that feel meaningful to you, the quieter that fear becomes. Because when you feel present in your own life, you stop needing constant proof that others remember you. You were here, you are here, and that matters more than your brain lets on.